He said, but I said unto you, ye have also seen me and believe not. So many people are in pain, not because they haven't been in church. It's because you haven't believed. You haven't believed. You can't trust if you don't believe. You can't believe if you don't trust. And then there's a song that we used to sing that kind of pulls it all together. It was trust and obey. For there's no other way. Not to be in pain, but to be happy in, but to trust and obey. Some of you are in partnership with your pain because you won't obey God. You won't obey Him. And the more you refuse to obey, you're giving power to your pain. It says, I don't have to go because you won't obey the bread. You carry the bread around, but when you going to open the loaf? Oh, when everybody see you, they tag you as a Christian. But when is Christ going to live in you? We look real good on the outside, but that's what man sees. God is seeing your bleeding heart. He'll take away the pain. I have the scars. He took the pain. Some of you got some memories that you struggle to let go of. And here's the crazy thing is that you'll think within yourself that I don't care if I don't cry. I don't care if I don't let that wave of memories flood over me and I reach back and pull my pain forward. That's not God. That's not God. He said that He bore our griefs, carried our sorrows. When we choose to hold on to the things that hurt us, we are not letting God be God in our lives. We are not letting Him get all the glory out of our lives. How are you going to tell somebody else He'll bring you through that if you stay in this? How you going to tell him? Best you can do is show your bleeding wound. It's how long you've had that wound? It's old for years now. They say, well, have you been to a wound specialist or a doctor to have it? He said, well, I went a few times, but it didn't look as if they was doing me any good, so I try to self-treat it. And it just stays there with you. I mean, you know you can't self-treat your wound. You can't self-treat your wound. The Bible says if any man be in. So what I have to do is I got to look for the way to get in Him so that I can be a new creature. Maybe I've been spending too much time focusing on this wound and not focusing on Him. I told you before, when we get into the eyes, you know how eye this and eye that? And then we use the second half of the Him and not use the whole Him. We do I am. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But the only I that we as Christians should be is the I that's right in the center of him. H-I-M. He's our master. He's our savior. He does all things well. Take away your pain. I look at this scar and I forgot about it, and probably I got burned or something on the job or whatever the case. But I can touch it now. I don't care who else touches it. I can now tell them how I think I remember getting it. I used to work around extreme heat and something would pop out on you and burn you. It was real sensitive at the time. Probably real. Somebody said, "Pastor, you so dark, we don't see it no way," but you can't let me tell my story. I hear you thinking. I hear y'all thinking. The Lord gonna get you for that. Who said that? Back to my story. But I didn't want anybody touching it. Sometimes it's even too sensitive to put a bandage on it. Every little thing hurts. And you ever notice that when you got pain in your body, I don't care if it's your little toe, little finger, or your little teeth, it'll shut you down. That's right. You say, "Well, you ain't going shopping with me today." "No, my little toe hurt. I don't feel." You mean your little toe gonna keep the rest of you from going with the debit card to the mall? Yeah, not today. And if it's a man, we can think about the little toe hurt. Like an amen. We ain't gonna go because I had a dream my little toe gonna hurt. We can't stand no pain. But God will take away the pain. You can't be at liberty and flow until the pain is gone. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 6, it says that Jesus is our Prince of Peace. In Isaiah 53, it says that the chastisement of our peace was upon him. I got caught at that word chastisement. Because when I think of chastising somebody, the Bible says God chasing them that he loved. It says also that when we think of chastisement, we think of somebody doing something wrong, and we think of chastising them or correcting them, bringing them back into a place of order. So when we look at that word chastisement and peace linked together and say the chastisement of our peace was upon him, is it that we have lived a life so void of peace to where we have become the enemies of peace, and to where God says, "I'm going to chastise peace until it overtakes you. I'm going to bring a correction because I know that you don't know. So I'm going to let Jesus go through all that you need to go through for us." A man that was acquainted with grief and with sorrow. Somebody that understands your pain. And I'll let him become your peace.
Thank you, Lord.
He'll take away your pain. There's somebody in here today. You've lived a life, or maybe not really understanding how this thing works. You just thought that this is just it. This is how I just got to live this way. It's just going to be this way. I'm always going to have heartache. I'm always going to have sorrow in my life. Things have happened along the way that tripped me up and it never healed. It's an open wound in my life. I try to keep it hid, but it has a way of showing up and manifesting itself in other ways, because some areas that I need to be affected in, I'm not affected because my wound keeps me home. My wound keeps me from telling my full story, because until God heals me, I don't feel right ministering healing to you. How can I tell you he'll heal you, brother, if I hadn't let him heal me? So we're giving victory to the adversary because we can't tell the whole truth because I'm living with part lie. Is there somebody today that will say, "God, I need your total deliverance. I need your total healing in my life. I need you, God, to reveal me to me. And I heard that I've been living with Show me, God, that it's not normal. Yeah, it's been with me so long, it feels like it's a part of me, but that's not normal. Sometimes we've had people that we love, and we thought they loved us, and they came in as a thief and a robber, and they did some of the most damnable things to us. And some people had never been able to tell anybody. They just lived with that wound open in their life. They've been through month after month, year after year, trying to bury it. But there's something about those wounds. There's something about those wounds. They always have a way of coming back up at the most inopportune time. They always have a way of leaking through that garment and exposing where it is at that most inopportune time. But He, God, He'll leave you with scars. He left Jesus with scars. He'll take away your pain. He'll take away your pain. Sometimes we've been to professional counselors. We've heard what they have to say. God bless them. They've been as philosophical and as intellectual as they can be. And for some people, they've given them a sigh of relief. They built a bridge from 1 month to the next. But I'm not talking about putting a Band-Aid on it. I'm talking about the God that says, I'll make your crooked places straight. Some of y'all need that mess straightened out. Because every time the enemy gets you to yourself, he beats you up. People that have been molested, he makes them think it was their fault. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't bump into life. Life bumped into you. Now you don't trust anybody. You think everybody's out to get you. Everybody wants to do you wrong. That's a lie from the pits of hell. Jesus started working on his wounds even before he went in the grave. You know how I know? Because the very ones that were wounding him, you know what he started doing? Invoking healing into the wounds. He says, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. When you forgive, healing starts. Healing starts. There's somebody sitting there you need to forgive. You've been holding stuff in your heart. Jesus said, I came to set at liberty them that are bruised. Bruises become bars. And you find yourself looking out from behind the hurt and the pain while the one that hurt you is walking free. But you are holding yourself bondage in bondage. He said, I came to set you at liberty. Is there one today, another one today that'll come and say, God, I want to forgive. I want to let it go. I know I can't do it on my own because I got a memory. See, that's the thing about it. When we forgive, it's not that you don't remember. It's not that you don't remember. You've got to forgive by faith. What you're saying to God is, God, take the pain away from my thoughts. To whereas when I think about that person or that thing, it no longer has the sting with it. It no longer causes me to want to go off. It no longer causes me, God, to want to bust my cat in them. Can I just be real? That's where you want to get. To where when you see them, you remember what they did with a smile of time. Come on, your face. We're getting ready to pray. Those of you on this altar, I want y'all to begin to just anoint you with oil.